Shana Tova and Gamar Chatima Tova. This morning we begin our service by searching the hearts of our rabbis and cantors. Gentlemen, good morning. Shana Tova.
Gamar Chatima Tova.
Rabbi Avi, what's your most memorable moment celebrating these high holidays?
I have to think through. That goes pretty far back. A lot of memories, but one that stands out was from about 14 years ago. It was my second Yontif, my second high holidays while I was serving in the Israeli army. And on Rosh Hashanah, we were actually home. We were sent home we had something called a Regilah, which is a week off. We were supposed to be off through Yom Kippur, and we were called back early. There's Rabbi Feinstein, when you're looking forward to something, you have all this time, and then all of a sudden you're called back. And so there's something called, in Hebrew it's called Shvizut Yom Aleph. I'm not going to translate it because it's not appropriate, but it's kind of like this depression that you were free. You had this time to be with friends. In my case, because I was in Israel without my parents or my family. But then all of a sudden you're called back, and sort of there's this depression that comes on. You have to go back to work. And so they take us to this base in the north, and we're preparing for, a mission that we had to go on, and it's Yom Kippur. And the day is open because we're just waiting until it turns out the following night, or that night. In one of the rooms, there was a large hall. It wasn't a big Knesset, but we turned it into one, and it was packed. I walked in, and it was packed with soldiers from all different backgrounds. Ashkenazim, Sfaradim, everyone was davening together. Jews from Ethiopia and Russia, Iraqi Jews, Iranian Jews, Yemenite Jews, Jews from all over. And the way that we davened was that we split up the davening. So the Ashkenazim davened a little bit, and then they said, okay, we need a chazan, a Sfaradi chazan to come and daven. And everyone kind of sung along to the different melodies and joined together. And I just remember the unity in that room, that all of these people, all of these Jews from all over the world came together in that one space to share moments of prayer, to daven together. And I remember one specific tefillah that we say during the high holidays, and we sing it, B'Sefer Chaim, Bracha v'Shalom u'Farnasa Tova. Right? We should be written in B'Sefer Chaim, in the book of life. Bracha v'Shalom, right? Blessing and peace. Nizacher v'nikatev lefanecha, remember us, and we should be written in the book. And typically the blessing ends, Hamvarech et amo Yisrael v'Shalom, bless the people of Israel with peace. But on Yom Kippur, on the high holidays, we say Oseh HaShalom, God, the creator, the maker of peace. And I look around, and it was such a powerful moment, because I'm sitting there in fatigues along with my fellow soldiers, with M16s right next to us, because we had to carry our weapons at all times. And we're saying this blessing to God. Baruch atah Adonai oseh hashalom. And it's been 14 years since I sat in that room. And we're still hoping and praying for peace. And that moment in that room gave me a little bit of hope. Because if Jews from all over the world can come together and daven together and share a space on one of the holiest and most special days of the year, then maybe that blessing of Oseh Shalom can come true. maybe we can bring it, maybe we can make it happen through our hands, not just with Jews sitting in a room, but with Jews, with Palestinians, with Arabs, with all people. And so I think of that moment every Yom Kippur, and I continue to pray and to say, Baruch atah Adonai, oseh shalom. Not just to ask that of God, but ask that of myself, and ask that of all of us to help create peace in this world.
Avi, your father was a chazan. I prayed with him many years in Phoenix. Which of the prayers really touches your heart?
That too brings back a lot of memories. The High Holiday liturgy is for many is not very familiar, only because we say it once a year. So if you're saying the tefillah over and over again, it becomes familiar. But for me, I remember my dad practicing in the shower. No, he didn't do that. Maybe a little bit. What piece of liturgy? I mean, when I hear, when we sing Ki Anu Amecha, Ki Anu Amecha, that's the tune, and also the melody. It's not just the words, it's the melody. If I hear a different melody, it doesn't have the same impact, the same effect, because that's the melody that I sang throughout my childhood, and I sang growing up, and I continue to, that really permeated my neshama, my soul. So when I hear that and think of that, I'm reminded that not just of my family, but Ki Anu Amecha, because we say to God, for we are your people.
Avi, the years that I spent with your dad, I remember that he had a peculiar custom. He would break fast on mashed potatoes and orange soda. What do you use to break the fast?
So that is, it's herring also. Herring, it's lumpy mashed potatoes, which my mom called my grandmother the first year they were married to say, I need to learn the recipe for your lumpy mashed potatoes. And her response was, my potatoes aren't lumpy. That was her response, but apparently my dad thought they were. My break fast is not, I'm not really, I don't love herring. That mixture of the herring, the orange soda, and the lumpy potatoes just doesn't, resonate, never did. So usually, a good bagel in lox will do.
Thanks, Avi.